This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. And anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, please double check your subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, make sure that it hasn't changed on you, because they have a way to manipulate the whole YouTube system in order to suppress the channel, because they are terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, I put out videos and I tell you guys that the fraud and corruption is really next level. And I tell you that they utilize those failure to delivers in order to create billions of counterfeit AMC GME shares, MMTLP, NWBO, MULN, and they use that to manipulate the price of the stock. And then what they do, they take those FTDs and they send them overseas so that they're not counted in the short interest or in the days to cover, because for some reason they just disappear the minute they send them overseas. Okay, could you imagine you telling your credit card company, oh, well, I sent the credit card money that I owe you, I sent it overseas, so it doesn't count in the amount of money I owe anymore. I mean, absolutely crazy. It is just a loophole that they created to rob and steal from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Just sending a debt overseas shouldn't eliminate the debt from your balance sheet. But somehow, in the United States of America, in the United States stock market, all you have to do is send your fair to deliver debt off of U.S. soil, and all of a sudden, that debt doesn't exist anymore. It is absolutely crazy. It makes no sense logically. It makes no sense from an accounting practice standard. But somehow, the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI allow this malfeasance to continue every day. And we all know why. Because they use this tool in order to rob and steal from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Now, when I talk about the fraud and corruption and the FTDs and all these other stocks, I would tell you guys that, listen, I think they naked short every single stock in the market except for Berkshire Hathaway. And people are telling me, yo, how do you know that? Why do you say except for Berkshire Hathaway? And for real, I do not have any Berkshire Hathaway shares. So I never really researched it. I just came to that conclusion because it is so expensive for the Class A Berkshire Hathaway stock that a hedge fund or a market maker or a naked shorter would need to invest a lot of money to naked short Berkshire Hathaway. And I told you guys, that is why I believe Warren Buffett never had stock splits, in order to keep his shares out of the hands of the naked shorters. But what I did was, I said, let me see how many FTDs there were with Berkshire Hathaway. And guess what, guys? Every single day, there might be one or two failure to delivers on Berkshire Hathaway. Okay? In 2023, there was one day where there was 6. If you look at the chart behind me, this is the Berkshire Hathaway FTD chart. Look at the FTDs for Berkshire Hathaway. They don't exist. Okay? So I was absolutely correct. If you look at any other stock, you won't see failure to delivers like this. 1, none, 2, 3. You don't see that. And this is why I believe Warren Buffett kept his stock price so high. He didn't do any stock splits in order to keep the naked shorters away from Berkshire Hathaway. So you guys who ask me, How do I know that Berkshire Hathaway isn't naked shorted? Here is the evidence for you in broad daylight. Look at the FTDs, the fair to delivers for Berkshire Hathaway 1 and 2. Yet for AMC and GME, you find millions of fair to delivers for some reason. Millions. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI don't see anything that warrants an investigation. And you know why? First of all, because they protect the system before they protect retail investors, and because they don't care if retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, they don't care if we lose money. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Did you guys know that Berkshire Hathaway only had like 1 or 2 FTDs? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.